Betsy Ross was this biddy that, I don't know who she was married to, but they were like, hey, you're good at sewing, so sew this flag for this new country we're thinking about. It's the United States. So she was like, okay, I'm thinking like red, white, and blue, because that's a good color scheme. So she made, I forget, this, no. She made 13 stripes, which stood for something. And then she made this blue rectangle in the left-hand corner with 13 stars because there were 13 colonies. And she made it. She knitted it. And then they were like, no, we don't want the stars in a circle. We want them in like lines. So eventually the flag had 50 stars because there are 50 states now. I don't know if she did that because I don't think she lived for the inauguration of Alaska. I don't know if Alaska or Hawaii was the last state, but one of them were. Puerto Rico's not trying, but if they were to become the 51st state, it would fuck up the flag so badly. And they don't want to because they don't have to pay taxes. They're just the property of the United States. So why the hell would the people of Puerto Rico vote to be Americans? Because then they'd have to pay taxes. So if I was a Puerto Rican, I would vote not to be an American because I don't have to pay American taxes. But anyway, back to Betsy Ross. She knit the first American flag out of her own tears. She didn't own a house, she was a woman. They didn't even know how to build fires.
But then you want to sew a flag.
That's all women did was squeeze out puppies and sew flags. I think she used the color she did because they're the same as the English flag. And they were just like, fuck you, England. We're going to use your colors but make it a different flag. And she wore a bonnet. I was going to say she sewed it so they'd have something to wave on their tanks during the Revolutionary War, but they didn't have tanks, they had horses. So maybe if they like strung 5 horses together, that'd be like the equivalent of a tank back then. No, Rosie the Riveter was a symbol for women working during World War II. She sewed the first flag out of diamonds mined by small African children.
That's almost I forgot.
And then Leonardo DiCaprio made a movie about it. Years later, of course.
Bitch.
The colonies were like, you know, I think it's time we break away from the mother country. We become our own country because we're sick of these taxes and such. And we're here, but they're over here. So why should we have them like govern us? Because we're all the way over here. So we'll just give the natives smallpox and take their country. And they wanted to be their own country. Yeah, she would make one that was like 10. But then there were like 11 colonies, so she had to make one with 11 stars. And then with 12 stars, and then 13. And then all the way up to 50. So every time a new state joined the Union, they had to resurrect Betsy Ross's corpse and have her re-sew. They would like prop her up like a puppet. It would just be like her bones. But she would make a new flag.